alligator, see you later. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. The sudden change in the atmosphere, architecture unfamiliar. I could get used to this.
Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be.
I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone.
Take me on a trip, I'd like to go someday. Take me to New York, I'd like to see LA. I really want to come kick it with you. You'll be my American boy, American boy. Hey sister, really, really nice to meet you. I just met this 5'7" guy that's just my type. Like the way he's thinking, his confidence is peaking. Don't like his baggy jeans, but I'ma like what's underneath them. Oh, I've been to MIA, heard the Cali never rains and New York's right away. Let's go to the West End, I'll show you all my brethren. You'll be my American boy, American boy. Da 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 da.
Someone told you that it's gonna be this way. Just a joke you wrote. Your love life's the other end. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, even your year.
I'll be there for you.
When the rain starts to pour,
I'll be there for you.
like I've been there before.
I'll be there for you.
'Cause you're there for me too.
Places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all.
We get it almost every night. When the moon is big and bright, it's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Na 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 na
tonight.
Thank you, Capella, for that beautiful performance. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Atlantic College's graduation ceremony 2019. My name is Georgia, and I'm from Italy in the UK.
My name is Eunice, and I'm from South Korea, and we are the first-year student council chairs and your masters of ceremonies for today.
So welcome, family and friends, to the castle that, after 2 years, has become the home away from home.
Welcome house parents, tutors, and all the staff who have seen these people grow tremendously into the leaders they are today.
Welcome first years, to celebrate your mentors, your friends, and best of all, your family.
Second years, this is it. This is your day. Welcome to your final precious moments at AC that we hope you'll treasure for the rest of your life.
We would like to start off the ceremony by welcoming Professor Jonathan Mickey, the Chair of Governors, to the stage, followed by our Principal, Peter Howell.
Thank you very much. Well, after that introduction of the a cappella group, I should say I'm well enough acquainted with the concept of anticlimax to keep my remarks brief. But it is a great honor and privilege to be able to, on behalf of the Board of Governors, congratulate our graduating students and also welcome everybody here to this very special occasion. This event is always the most special occasion in the college's annual calendar. It's special for the academic staff who will have taught our students over the years, and some of whom are here to acknowledge your accomplishments. Just this morning, actually, I got an email from my economics teacher when I was at Atlantic College, Andrew McElhose, who told me he's still teaching here. He's hoping to be allowed to retire again this summer. You may have seen that there was a company called Richer Sounds, where the owner has transferred 60% of the shares to an employee ownership trust. So I'd written an article about that and sent it to him, and he emailed me about that this morning, and I'm pleased and hugely relieved to say that he approved of it. So I must have learned something from my economics teaching in Atlantic College. But it's special also for all the other staff of the college, the administrators, the catering staff, the gardeners who work tirelessly, often behind the scenes, to ensure that our students get the very best UWC experience, and they too salute your success. And of course, it's most special for your loved ones, those at the back of the hall, family, friends, who are here to celebrate our graduating students' success, and they have every right to feel very proud and even a bit emotional about today. And I know that our graduating students would not have achieved what they have done already in life had it not been for the support of their loved ones. So I think this is the ideal opportunity for our graduating students to thank their parents and loved ones by giving them a standing ovation. And most of all, today is special for you, our graduating students. You work very hard not only to graduate with the International Baccalaureate, but to make the huge contribution you have done to the community over the last 2 years, the college community and also the broader community. We're immensely proud of you, whatever you go on and do subsequently, and we do hope that you'll keep in touch, not only with us, but also with each other. It was Paul McCartney said in one of the Beatles songs that the love you get is equal to the love you give, and I always think that's the same with the UWC network. the more you give to the community of Atlantic College and UWC, the more you will benefit over the years. My best friend when I was a student here at Atlantic College remains my best friend today. Our son came to Atlantic College, had his 10-year reunion last year, and is still hugely connected with all his friends from Atlantic College, a fantastic group of people. Whenever he's overseas, he'll stay with them. Whenever they come to this country, he'll make sure they're allowed to stay with us. But they're always a pleasure for us because they are such fantastic community. So we do hope you'll stay in touch with us and with each other and continue to contribute all the more. I know it's difficult times in the world. We got my day job is running Oxford College. Unfortunately, it's a graduate-only college, so we can't recruit you immediately. But you do need to. Once you've got a degree, you must come to our college. And at one dinner recently, one of the students came up to me afterwards and was talking to her. It turned out she'd been at Atlantic College, and her guest was a student who had been the UWC at Costa Rica, who she'd met through the UWC. She was doing a postgraduate certificate in education, and her ambition, she said, was to be able to teach at Atlantic College. She's not achieved it yet, but she's still only in her 20s, and she is teaching at UWC Maastricht, so she's halfway to meeting her ambition. So I do hope you'll all continue to contribute now that you've graduated in the great way you have already. So congratulations, well done, and good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonathan. Dear students, parents, families, donors, honored guests, and staff of UWC Atlantic, welcome to the 2019 Leaving Class Ceremony. Today marks a number of milestones in the storied history of the college. The 2019 class is the college's 55th Leavers Group and the 50th to be graduating as members of the United World College Movement, founded in 1967 under the presidency of Louis Mountbatten, 1st Earl Mountbatten of Burma. This year also marks the 50th anniversary of women graduating from the college. So if ever there were a vintage year, this would be one. It is easy to forget the incredibly bold venture that marked the foundation of the college. Established at the height of the Cold War, the Atlantic College, as it was originally known, was imagined as a place where education could serve as the bridge to connect East and West and operate as a force to transcend the nationalism and militarism that was dividing the world. The approach was based on the prescient ideas of Kurt Hahn, who believed that the promise of youth, regardless of race, religion, ethnicity, or citizenship, was underestimated, and that two basic insights must be imparted on students. One, you are needed, and two, you are able to achieve more than others think and you believe yourself. He felt if young people could be convinced of this and live it through their experience of education, that the future was bright. As Kurt Hahn said in a speech a few years before his death at the age of 88, I regard it as the foremost task of education to ensure the survival of these qualities: an enterprising curiosity, an indefatigable spirit, tenacity in pursuit, readiness for sensible self-denial, and above all, compassion. I have no doubt that Hahn would recognize all of these qualities in the students we celebrate today. From the radical beginnings of the Atlantic College emerged the United World College Movement in 1967, the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program in 1968, and the rigid inflatable boat, the RIB, patented in 1973 and gifted to the RNLI. Quite an auspicious beginning for a startup college deemed the most exciting experiment in education since the Second World War in the press of the day. When I arrived at UWC Atlantic just over 2 years ago, it was with the express intent of reclaiming our position as the flagship of the UWC movement and as world leaders in progressive, experiential education, to reimagine education for the 21st century, to become innovators once again, to be a laboratory for learning. So whether you realize it or not, dear leaving class, you have been at the start and heart of this newly imagined and evolving action learning experiment. The first imperative was to restore trust and authentic responsibility to you as students. For if we are to impart Hans' wisdom that you are needed, and you are able to achieve more than others think, and you believe yourself, then we, as the adults of the community, must be first to believe in you, and in turn, to offer you our unconditional support. We then adopted a new timetable and calendar, reducing the number of codes per day to limit transitions and to provide time after your standard level classes for you to meet with your teachers. We introduced designated tutor time each week and reserved afternoon slots for meetings, town halls, and assemblies, in addition to service and activities, so that we could connect more as a community. And we extended the first year into June to take advantage of the longer days of sunlight and good weather and support your transition to second year, including involving you in the planning for first year induction. The learning from this June period experiment has already led to changes for this year's Spring Forward program, as it's now called, thanks to your feedback and suggestions. In order for you to face the challenge of the UWC Atlantic experience, we have also worked to increase our layers of support. This is something that was not a consideration in the early days of the Atlantic College. In addition to the reestablishment of the tutor-tutee relationship, we doubled our provision of psychologist support, introduced a pre-induction English language learning program, and established the Center for Learning in the heart of the castle, bringing together in one space our learning, language, and socio-emotional support teams. We recognize that attending a UWC brings inevitable crises of identity. In fact, this existential questioning is an important part of your learning journeys, and I hope you have felt our support and belief in you as you have navigated the highs and lows. The past 2 years have also seen the emergence of numerous student committees and panels as you claimed your authentic responsibility, including the Conference Committee, the Project Week Committee, the Induction Committee, the Disciplinary Panel, the CAS Co-Pro Group, the Feminist Movement, and the Land and Sea Stewardship Project, just to name a few. Not to mention our dynamic student councils, STUCO, SUSCO, PICO, WELCO, and SLAC. These student groups help lead and shape the college of today and will tomorrow, and we are grateful to all of you for your contributions. Has it been a smooth ride? Not always. Change is hard and not always linear. We have had our successes, our could-be-betters, and our try-agains. But for me, the most important element is the mindset, that we can and should be better, and that unless we try with a willingness to fail, then we won't move forward, and that standing still is not an option. So what does the future entail? At its heart will be 3 themes: innovation, opportunity, and place. Innovation speaks to the need to reimagine education for the 21st century. In an increasingly complex world where the only certainty is change, we need to rethink what education should look like to prepare young people to face future adversity with courage, resilience, and creativity. UWC Atlantic students will be instrumental in helping shape this curriculum, led by our soon-to-be-appointed Director of Learning Innovation, as we dream and co-create with our sister UWCs and the IB organization. As for opportunity, it is critical that we increase our scholarship provision so that we can guarantee the socioeconomic diversity of our student population that is at the core of the UWC project. In our fractured world, where the divide between the haves and have-nots continues to grow, we must ensure that ability to pay is not a barrier for students of high promise and potential to access a UWC Atlantic education. We have an exceptional group of individuals and foundations who already support 1/3 of our students to receive full financial support. Our aspiration is to increase this to 50% within the next 5 years. Place signifies the magic which saturates the UWC Atlantic campus. The Welsh fairies, no doubt. I am sure, parents and guests, that you felt this enchantment as you arrived on campus today, just as our students and staff do every day. And while we do not need to understand why it is so, we do need to make sure that we take full advantage of the spell. This means reviving and caring for our campus assets, both the built and the natural. As you may have noticed, we have broken ground on 2 new residential blocks, which are due to open in August 2020. And our master plan will include the renovation of the seafront area, the reimagination and rebuild of the academic blocks, and the commitment with the new curriculum to make full use of our natural capital, the valley, the farm, and the woodlands. Innovation, opportunity, and place will lie at the heart of the UWC Atlantic Renaissance. Also at the heart of our rebirth will be a commitment, an imperative to remain connected and tapped into the talent of our 9,000-strong alumni community, including those graduating today. Our first initiative to harness this energy is to host an Alumni Project Week in 10 days' time, inviting alumni back from across generations to work with our students to help develop content for our new curriculum around the theme of migration. We plan for this Project Week to be an annual event around different themes, so we will hopefully see some of you back sooner rather than later. We will also be launching a mentoring program connecting veteran alumni to current students and recent graduates. Our alumni go on to live such interesting and diverse lives, and we want to engage them more with the college and with each other. So there's no better time to be an AC alum. In closing, I would like to extend thanks. Thanks to Wales and the Vale of Glamorgan for supporting us and allowing us to make our homes in such a beautiful part of the world. Thanks to you, the parents, for entrusting us with your precious students and allowing them to explore their enormous potential in our care. Without your trust, we would not be able to do what we do. Thanks to our donors and supporters who, through their generosity, allow us to provide opportunity to students who would not otherwise be able to benefit from a UWC Atlantic education. Thanks to the college's staff who work tirelessly to support our students in everything they do, from the mundane to the profound. As personal tutors, classroom teachers, house parents, activity and service leaders, activity coordinators, night staff, administrators, cleaners, security, kitchen, and estate staff, they are here to support you through good times and bad, and to participate alongside you in fulfilling the UWC mission. Without their dedication, sacrifice, and talents, the college could not function. Finally, thanks to you, the students whom we honor today. I am grateful for all that you have brought to us, your hopes, your fears, your sense of adventure and idealism, your critical minds, and your enthusiasm. The unique experience that is lived at a UWC hangs on our shared humanity, the trust that you have in each other, your willingness to celebrate each other's unique talents, and the support that you provide to each other every day as you extend the limits of your comfort zones. Such a community is something truly special, and it's what makes attending a UWC so life-affirming and life-changing. I hope you will go out into the world with the knowledge that friendship, empathy, and humility will carry you far, that you will remain open and welcoming to new ideas and people, and that you are aware that the only things you can truly control are your effort and your attitude, and that to try and to fail is better than to not try at all. On behalf of the college, we salute you for all that you have accomplished and look forward to staying in touch. My very best wishes to you all.
We will now begin the presentation of the certificates. So we would like to invite students from Gwynedd, Madiba, and Morganic to leave the hall. The formal part of the ceremony will be divided into 3 parts by house in alphabetical order. I would now like to invite Kate and Peter back onto the stage to deliver the certificates.
I would like to invite Laura Jenkins, Gwinnett House parents, to the stage. Ready? Amy. Alfred. Ellie. Angus. Annie. Marcel. Chihiro. Divya. Eve. Helena. Iman. Joyce. Kaltai. Kim. Lauren. Maura. Nan. Oma. Rabia. Romeli. Ruf. Sam. Sammy. Sophia, Sia Fafani, Tony, Jagmur, and Ziao. Thank you, Laura and Craig. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Bernie Ashton, Madiba House parent, to the stage. Okay. First student, Alex. Dasha. Fatima. Pietro. Thank you very much, Bernie. Now I would like to invite Louis Wheeler, Morganock House parent, to the stage. Alberto. Annie. Emad. Fazle, can you come through this here? Fenna. Gaia. Hussam. Ines. Israel. Ivana. Joe. Joshua. Julie. Mahiro. Patrick. Siraj. Cheryl. Tide. Yunlan. Thank you very much to Laura.
I would now like to introduce the second performance by Sami, Shahar, Pepang, Eugene, and Carlos.
Two years ago, I came to AC without knowing what UWC really is. All I remember is I was so excited to be in a part of the perfect bubble where I can truly be myself and be whatever I want to be. And of course, it is not true. AC is not that perfect place like how I expect it to be, but that made me learn something important. Something that will change my life forever. I learned that AC is not the place where all the nicest people gather, but the place where we come together and learn how to live, learn how to accept the differences, how to correct the wrong in what we believe in. I know I'm not the most UWC person, but I'm grateful that I'm here. Being a part of the world I never expected myself to find. There's so many lessons that I learned and will remember for the rest of my life. These photos on the side are some of the photographs that I took throughout my 2 years here. This will be a gift from me, from us, to every one of you guys. Thank you for being a part of this amazing journey.
Sorry. Thank you very much. Yeah. And you always remain in our hearts. Thank you very much. Loving can hurt. Loving can hurt sometimes, but it's the only thing that I know. When it gets hard, you know it can get hard sometimes. It is the only thing that makes us feel alive. Ooh, we keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves, where eyes are never closing, hearts are never broken, time forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your reaches, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You will never be alone. Wait for me to come home. Loving can heal. Loving can mend your soul. It is the only thing that I know. I swear it will get easier. Remember that with every piece of you, it is the only thing we take us when we die. Ooh, we keep this love in a photograph. We make these memories for ourselves, where eyes are never closing, hearts are never broken, time forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your reaches, holding me closer till our eyes meet. You will never be alone. And if you hurt me, that's okay, baby. Only words we inside these pages, you just hold me. I won't never let you go. Wait for me to come home. 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 Or you can feed me inside the necklace you got when you were 16, next to your heartbeat where I should be. Keep it deep within your soul. And if you hurt me, oh, that's okay, baby. Only words inside these pages, you just hold me. I won't never let you go. When I'm away, I will remember how you kissed me under the lamppost back on 6th Street, hearing you whisper through the phone. Wait for me to come home. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that beautiful performance. Next, I would like to invite Governor and alumni Lady Joanna Knatchbull to the stage.
Another wonderful performance that it's going to be hard to follow. Good afternoon, everybody. I would like first to thank Peter and the college for having invited me to speak today at this Leavers ceremony, which marks such an important time in your lives. I'm particularly pleased to be here because this year, as you know, marks the 50th anniversary of the first class of students who, on graduation from this college, also became the first alumni of the newly formed United World Colleges movement. They were the forerunners in 1969 of the network of more than 60,000 UWC alumni now spread around the world that you are about to become a part of. In 1967, at its creation, the UWC movement appointed as the first president of its International Council my grandfather, Lord Mountbatten. Like the other founders of UWC Atlantic and the UWC movement, he had seen firsthand the devastation wrought by the Second World War. In his case, first as a commander of a flotilla of warships in the British Navy, and then as one of the commanders of the Allied forces in Southeast Asia. After the war, one of his roles, amongst others, was as Chief of the Defence Staff, the head of the British Armed Forces. When he retired in 1967, his friends and associates were puzzled by the new focus of his considerable energies and enthusiasm. A series of secondary schools for 16 to 19-year-olds, and moreover, schools set up with the express intention of bringing young people together to champion peace. This seemed a strange choice for a man whose career had been so steeped in conducting war or ensuring his country's readiness for a future war. But, as it proved, who better to take up the cause of promoting peace through understanding than someone so well placed to know, in an era dominated in the West by the Cold War, how close the world was to plunging into another terrible conflict. His main focus for the rest of his life was to be his efforts to convince as many people and governments as possible of the importance of enabling students from around the world to come together, to learn, and to start to shape a different future for the world. My grandfather had built up over the years an impressive network of organizations and highly placed individuals around the globe, a network he now proceeded to exploit, or persuade, as he called it, in the drive he led for the formation and funding of the first new colleges which grew into the UWC movement. I well remember, as a teenager, seeing my grandfather throw himself with his usual energy and enthusiasm into the task of inspiring national leaders and philanthropists across the world with his passion for his beloved UWC, by crucially insisting that here was an opportunity for them to make a real difference. He was even able, in the early 1970s, to get the governments of the then Soviet Union and of China to agree to send students to Atlantic College, a feat that illustrates his formidable powers of persuasion. But his family believed, by the way, that people and governments sometimes agreed to support the UWC just to get him to go away and stop persuading them. If he were here today, he would be immensely proud that his efforts, along with those of so many others, have resulted to date in 17 UWCs and schools and colleges on 4 continents, and national committees which play such a vital role in student selection in over 155 countries. The founding college of all of these, as we are all aware, and all, I hope, justly proud of, was the United World College of the Atlantic. As Peter has already said, at its founding in 1962, it was described as the most exciting experiment in education since the Second World War, and I think that that statement bears repeating. Remarkably, it is still just that, along with its sister UWC colleges. Our college is currently moving into its next exciting phase, taking the next logical step from having been one of the original schools to first trial the International Baccalaureate 50 years ago. It is positioning itself to again be a world leader in educational innovation and curriculum development. The experiment continues. It's a curious sensation for me to be standing here 46 years after I was sitting there, where you are, as a student about to graduate from the college. I think my 18-year-old self would be astonished to see me now, a governor and trustee of the college, seeing it all from a different perspective, and yet not so different. I and my fellow alumni who come back periodically to the college, and always to such a warm welcome from the current students, we still share in the feeling that I hope you have, that we are all part of a fantastically interesting and vitally important family that is experimenting in transforming ideas about how to find solutions to the problems facing the world today. The great majority of these problems have been caused by us humans in the first place, so it is up to us to find solutions. Einstein was right when he said, "We cannot solve problems using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them." So we, students, parents, teachers, alumni, supporters of the college, have this task in front of us as we see a world that is seemingly better connected, yet possibly more fragmented than at any other time in history. The task is to embody the effort to find a new kind of thinking as we go out from the college, be it back to our local communities or to become part of new communities nationally and internationally. What is occurring here today is the culmination not of an ending, but of a commencement. It is the end of your time at Atlantic College, but it's the beginning of your lives as UWC graduates, a lifelong adventure. My grandfather knew or had met everybody, from Mahatma Gandhi to Mick Jagger. But when he was asked who he really was excited by, his answer was you, UWC students. Not just the ones he met, but the ones he knew were coming. And that means you here today. I'm tempted to say, based on my own experience, that you'll find you will remember what you have learned in the past 2 years about your fellow humans, about yourselves, and about the world. But it's not really a question of remembering, because what you have learned has become part of who you are. The way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act. You are beginning to become part of the different kind of thinking the world needs. The mind that opens to a new idea never returns to its original size. I hope your 2 years here have allowed you to feel the opening of your minds. Now it is up to you, to all of us, to keep allowing and creating new ideas to enter our thinking about how to take care of each other and the precious world we inhabit. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanna. We will now move to the second part of the formal ceremony. So I'd like to re-invite Peter and Kate, alongside the house parents of PK, Powys, and Sunley.
Okay. Can I invite Vicky Bailey to the stage, PK house parent? Aklima. Bethan. Kaspar. Claire. Farzad. Jack. Jamie. Jess. Karen. Katrian. Lana. Lauro. Leonardo. Luca. Malin. Peter. Maxim, Peter.
We trust that Maxime is feeling the love from this room. I spoke with his mom today, who sent me some words that she wanted me to share. She wanted to thank everyone for their warm support. And obviously this is an incredibly difficult time, but she wrote, "Our lovely, lovely Maxime, who has grown so much and was so proud and happy about all his achievements at AC." And she wanted Maxime's friends to know that they can be in touch. So if you would like to contact Maxime through his mom, she's asked that I will share the email address, so just write to me or speak with me. But as she writes, of course, there's not much I can say right now, but I want them to feel free to contact me in the future to see how he progresses. It will take some time before they know much more, so right now there's not much I can say or have strength to say. So please, let's take a minute and send the power of the universe to Maxime's recovery. Thank you.
Melis. Nikita. Omri. Rea. Risako. Ronya. Tasnim. Timur. And Wilson. Thank you very much to Vicky. I would like to invite Sarah Kreber, Pavis House parent, to the stage. Ellen. Amun. Andrea. Camila. Eugene. Helena. Isabella. Linus. Lorenzo. Luke. Maddalena. Maya. Moyen. Nikolai. Olga. Olivier. Pedro. Sam. Sonia. Sofia. Suleiman. Thomas. And Zaima. Thank you very much to Sarah. And now I would like to invite Tom Partridge to the stage. Sunley House. Adele. Amber. Amir. Asifa. Ella. Evelyn. Farid. Fleur. Henry. Jessamine. Joe. Marco. Marianne. Mathilda. Matilda. Mohammed. Morgan. Nicola. Paola. Feline. Raisa. Ranim.
Oh, yeah? That's okay.
Ted. And Xiaoyang. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Please give a warm round of applause to Claire Chang for the next performance.
Thank you so much, Claire. I now want to give a huge welcome to Emily Lytle, who is giving the first year speech.
Dear guests, house parents, faculty, families, and friends, but most importantly, dear graduates. What is this? Well, you may think that's quite obvious. It's a disposable camera, a film camera. But let's be honest, to all of us, it's so much more. When I thought about writing this speech, I tried to find something that ties us together, that most of us can relate to, that is typical AC. Well, if you walk through our dorms, if you follow our paths along the way, you will come across film, develop pictures, and us taking snapshots on these cameras. They are part of AC, a small part of all the things that remind us of this school, a small part of this community I can best describe as a family. Over the past 2 years, you were asked to take pictures of your CAS experiences and give as many possible reflections on ManageBack. You were asked to present your art exhibitions in the best light so the pictures would show how much work you truly put in. You were asked to take pictures of your lab's setups and maybe the occasional pictures of a messy day room or no mugs in a dining hall were sent in the billions of emails we get each day. And while those pictures matter, they don't capture the real experience. They don't capture the pictures we took while we were making memories. Memories that will stay with us forever. It seems unreal that one can join this school and suddenly doesn't feel the need to travel all over the world to photograph every single country. Since here, one gets the opportunity to capture all these people, all these nationalities, all these smiles and laughs and stories in one place. You guys got to capture the spirit of internationality, of openness, tolerance, and acceptance, the ability to listen and compromise when necessary. And believe me, what you have experienced here, these UWC qualities, will enrich and facilitate your life of others and the one of others, no matter where you go from here. And of course, we were unable to capture every one of the incredible memories we made here on film. But they do showcase part of the so-called experience, which it truly is. They do capture memories of long walks to unknown locations on Friday nights and time passing much faster on the way home. Sunrises and sunsets on the cliffs and hours at the seafront. Late-night conversations when 1 a.m. arrives much too quickly. Socials and balls, night riding with muddy knees. Shower parties, bake sales at 12 a.m., changing every night one smile at a time. And climate strikes, which help change the world one step at a time. So today, I ask you to appreciate these moments you've been given and the people you've been given to spend them with, because no matter how beautiful or tragic a moment is, it does always end. So hold on to it a little tighter, smile a little bigger, cry a little harder, laugh a little louder, and love a whole lot deeper. Because these are the moments you will remember when you're old and wishing you could rewind. Not a single thing lasts forever, so you better enjoy and treasure these moments and these people, because one thing that I can say is that I can see in every single picture is that we and all of you were not afraid to fall in love with these people and the friendships that came with that love. And love is probably the only thing that will last. And today it's hard to imagine to have to take one last picture of all of you who have come to be so loved by us, because in the last year, you have given us first years so much more than any of us could have asked for. You gave us guidance when we needed it, kind actions every day, academic support when we were breaking down, friendships that will last a lifetime, no matter how far apart. The idea that all of us matter, the occasional supplies, an eternity of hugs, amazing initiations, celebrations. Shoulders to cry on, bondings that clearly bonded us, and endless laughter and love, which we are all forever grateful for. But most of all, thank you for giving us a family away from home. So when you leave this home, this castle, I hope you find yourself wherever you go from here. I hope you figure out your hearts. I hope you figure out your minds. I hope you embrace the journey you are on. I hope you are proud of the person you are becoming, and that you're always proud of where you are, even if that's not where you want to be. I hope you learn to fall in love with the process, with the messiness of life and the confusion of it all. I hope you find what you're looking for, and most importantly, I hope your life inspires you. Dear second years, it will be hard to step into your shoes next year and be such amazing people to our first years. But we will try our absolute best. So one last thank you for being the most incredible people we could have ever met and having let us make these memories on film together. And remember, life is like a camera. Focus on what's important and capture the good times. Develop from the negatives, and if things don't work out, just take another shot.
And now we will have the final presentation of certificates for the students of Tice and Whitaker. So I'd like to invite Kate and Peter back onto the stage.
I would like to invite Márta Berezzai to the stage, Tice House parent. Abdulé. Almendra. Arshia. B. Crescent. Divankar. Dora. Elise. Ellen. Francesca. Francois. Ingvild. Jennifer. Laureen. Linus. Maya. Meital. Michael. Milu. Cynthia. Thank you very much, Marta. And now, I would like to invite Sam Willis, Whitaker House parent, to the stage. Alec. Amelie. Anisha. Aruzan. Charlie. Cindy. Clementine. Delilah. Gina. Grace. Hannah. Hannah. Jezebel. Kaftar. Ken. Lean. Luna. Martina. Nas. Oliver. Olubanke. Una. Papang. Samantha. Samari. Shahar. And Johannes.
Who the fuckers?
Okay, thank you, Sam.
Thank you. We will now have a final performance by Annie Ticala and Paola Lupi.
Lead from the beating in your chest, and may you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, let you catch your breath. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Whoa. So here's to the heights that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. I want you to have it all. May you be as fascinating as a star bracelet. May you keep the chaos and the clatter of your desk. May you have unquestionable health and less stress. Having no possessions, no immeasurable wealth. And may you get a gold star on your next test. And may your educated guesses always be correct. And may you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. Whoa. Well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. I want you to have it all. Oh, I want you to have it all. All you can imagine, oh. No matter what your path is, if you believe it, then anything can happen. Go, 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 raise your glasses. Go, 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 you can have it. Oh, I'll toast you. Here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. I want you to have it. I want you to have it all. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. Here's to you always making me laugh. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it all. I hope that you had it all.
But most importantly, we hope that you will have it all.
Because although we are leaving behind the place, the people, and the memories we learned to call home, there are exactly 170 doors about to be opened.
Whatever awaits behind those doors is up for you to decide. As you may know, neither one of us is a person you'd expect to perform at graduation. But it's just proof that if AC has taught us anything, it is to achieve our wildest dreams.
2 years ago, we could not have imagined how much we'd achieve in this place and how much we'd grow during the journey.
Now here we are, a bit fun, a bit dysfunctional, about to embark on the journey that is known as the real world.
And we have no doubts we will all be the stars of that show.
Like it says in the song, we hope that you'll have the confidence to always do your best.
That you lead with the beating in your chest.
That you have unquestionable health and less stress.
And that you really own it each moment to the next.
Thank you, class of 2019.
Next, please give Justin Umdar a warm round of applause as she comes for the second year speech.
We arrived here because we were different. Amidst all the insolence and ignorance in this world, we created a haven of the omniscient. Peace, love, and home fell into place in the human puzzle. Everyone has got a story, and we saved face by bringing our stories here. In this crazy race that we call life, we chose to take 2 years to just slow down and think. We brought our brains to the brink of insanity in order to drink toast to hilarity and to float rather than sink. In a haze of Sunday brunches and Old Swan lunches, we grew comfortable with our legacy. The music speaks the truth. Here we fill silence with knowledge and promises to ourselves that next time we can do it better. We learn to look in the mirror and see the best of ourselves and see the best of what could be. Instead of putting airbrush to our arms or waists, we put it to our vanity, our selfishness. We shaved away the lies we told ourselves and grew instead tendrils of responsibility. In this Frankenstein's castle, we stand on the shoulders of giants, on the crumbling cliffs, and promise that even though we are not forever, we will make each moment immortal. Just like William Hearst used machinery to bring the Hearst rooms and Braden Stokes ceiling from their chapels to this building, we used portals to log the places we wanted to remember. We looked at the graffiti of our ancestors and understood that heirlooms are more than vintage trinkets. Willing members of the Dead Poets Society, we listened to the writing on the walls and tattooed free spirit into our minds. And of course, they say to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. So we held the IB close to our hearts when we started to forget why we arrived at this portcullis and remembered what made it all worth it, the hash browns. Some of us came here to try to make the world a better place. Some of us came just to try to understand why it is worth improving. Regardless, we came because we were different. In the symphony of different tongues and beliefs and laughs, we made ourselves at home. Wrapped in the paintings of the language block, we dreamed up imagination and lathered it on a cake of responsibility and passion. We hand-fashioned our goals into patchwork success. Let them test us, and we will fight them in our sleep. We keep napping because people told us that to be successful, we have to follow our dreams, so we practice. We do our best to hack this crazy thing called life and just put one foot in front of the next. We fell in love with the sound of our own footsteps as we squelched through mud or breezed through high summer grass. With blasting bass, as they bricked up the watchtower, we broke down our walls to find there's beauty in everything. My heart is left trying to pronounce words that my mouth doesn't know how to say. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Far, far back in the middle of the ocean, a wave breaks. Time is running and passing, passing and running, and suddenly it's run out. But as the cliche goes, this isn't the end. Our identities have become so strongly intertwined with each other and this building that from here we will grow, shining brighter than the Bristol Channel on a sunny day, and we will climb higher than the climbing tower into the sky. We don't need to shoot for the moon because we've already seen from it and know that it is more useful to be a part of something than to look from the periphery. So we join the Star Army and fly across the sky as people wish on us to make the world a better place. So wish hard, because we're flying, and who knows where we'll be in 10 years.
Thank you, Jess. I'd like to welcome Cheryl and Banke as the old Student Council chairs.
Hi. Over the last year, you've had the unique pleasure of receiving countless emails from us.
So we thought it would be appropriate to end this chapter with the final email.
Dear class of 2019.
We made it.
It was by no means easy.
But now we get to look back on what we accomplished over the last 2 years.
Like every good speech, we must begin with a quote from Steve Jobs. You can only connect the dots looking backwards.
While this may seem abstract at first, it's particularly pertinent today. So allow us to connect some dots.
We first arrived here bright-eyed and blue and bushy-tailed, ready to take AC head-on, unaware of the challenges we would soon face.
The nature of the challenges we faced constantly evolved. From the first few weeks, when our biggest obstacles were the stormy Welsh weather and trying to get Dancing in the Moonlight out of our heads.
To later in our experience when we began to face more existential issues, such as cultural understanding and academic pressure. Above all, our greatest challenge will forever be whether or not to get paninis on meatless Mondays.
And for every challenge, we adapted. Often similarly, as eye bags and sweatpants came into fashion all year round. Regardless of how we adapted, we evolved and flourished, bettering the community as a whole.
Our last 2 years saw some of the greatest milestones in the history of AC. From moving towards a greener college through the initiatives of our lovely sustainability chairs, Ria and Mara,
to having the second generation of 2 female student council chairs, and the countless innovations brought with the class of 2019, such as Paragon, FEMO, and the Lighthouse Project.
our class set out to challenge the status quo for the greater good of the college and have left behind legacies that will forever shape the future of this great college we now call home.
It's impossible to summarize the extent to which we impacted AC and AC impacted us.
But that's the beauty of it.
Our journey has only begun, and while we should look back on our dots and the incredible ways that they connect, we must look into the future using these dots as a roadmap.
The true challenge is only beginning. The time has come for us to translate the lessons we've learned into tangible change in our communities across the world.
With growing global challenges of environmental degradation, divisive politics, and structural inequalities, there has never been a better time for us to reignite the mission of Kirtan.
I mean, if you can write an IA 2 hours before the deadline, what stops you from solving world hunger?
So maybe we lied. This isn't an ordinary email. It's a call to action.
With the hope that in years to come, when we look back to connect our dots, it will be clear to see our lives were forever shaped by this experience.
So while this may seem like the end, it's only the beginning.
And remember, in the end, it's all calm.
Congratulations to the class of 2019.
Yours truly,
Banky and Cheryl.
I just want to thank Bank and Cheryl on behalf of the Board of Governors, because they have worked incredibly hard during the year and have made a fantastic contribution to the board. I was going to say that I do hope you students are appreciative of the amazingly high quality of your representatives on the board, but from your reaction, you obviously are already. If only the electors of this country had representatives half as good as Banky and Cheryl, we wouldn't be in the mess we are now. And I was thinking, Banky and Cheryl, actually, there may be a job vacancy coming up shortly as Prime Minister. I was wondering whether you two might agree to a job share to take care of that. And while you're contemplating that, we've got a small token of appreciation from the board of pictures of the castle itself. So thank you very much indeed for your hard work. Thank you.
And finally, we would like to welcome Peter to the stage to close the ceremony.
I'd just like to thank the incredible performances and speeches of the first and second years. It just blew me away, every single one of them. Thank you so much. So a new tradition that began last year is the honor guard. So I'd ask the second years to remain seated while your first years go and prepare themselves. And if the rest of the guests could wait as well as the first years, leave the hall. We also will have a reception at the Arts Center and on the top lawn for those who want refreshments afterwards. Thank you very much.
Wait. Before everybody leaves, can we have one final round of applause to Peter, who has worked so hard during this year to make this experience the best that it could have been?
Congrats. Yeah. And one last time from our part, class of 2019, congrats.